Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hello, people. How are we doing? Edar Andrew, did you time that exactly for me to start talking? That's awesome. Thank you so much for that 3rd month subscription. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've had a few new followers as well, which is fab. So pleased. Today, we're doing some really weird stuff. How is everybody? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how is everybody. How are we all doing? Have we had a decent weekend? Kingy! Kingy, you are the dude. It's official. I read it on the internet, so it must be true. Thank you very much for that 3rd month subscription, my mate. I really appreciate it. Today, right, this is going to be really, really weird. Today, it's really, really weird because you guys can't kill me. I'm fully capable of killing myself, but you guys can't kill me. I expect to die. Just for the record, I expect to die probably once or twice or 47 times. But we're going to carry on grinding and going because it will be absolutely okay. So I don't know whether I've quite explained the theory behind what I'm doing. So what I thought is a lot of people have come back to me and said they love the stream loots, they love the skyblock, they love doing the stuff on Legacy, but they love all of the hardcore stuff. But what they really, really would like to see me do is build, which is obviously no pressure. ER, are you trying to embarrass me right off the bat? Let's do this. Right, I'm still going to be doing these though, because this is the law. I read it. It's true. It's in the Telegraph. Right. So here we go. ER. This one is for you. Right. Thank you very much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. When you got Amazon Prime, you get free tap Switch. Oh, ER. You deserve better. You deserve better than that. Right.
Watch out. We're being raided.
Mama, you've come straight in mid Amazon Prime. Thank you very much for subscribing with Avomance Prime. Every time you got an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Twitch Prime account. You give that to anybody. It doesn't cost you any extra money, but that person gets a free subscription. It's absolutely brilliant because I really appreciate it. But remember, you can choose to anybody. But you chose to go with me. That's absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate it because you've got choices in life. But remember, you got to do it manually next time because if you do it manually, you only get an extra responsibility. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Rooster, are you trying to kill me? Thank you, ER, for that Prime subscription. I really, really appreciate it. Rooster, you want a little bit, don't you? You want a little bit of the action. And I don't blame you, my mate. I don't blame you. We're hype training already. How did that happen? I've not even started doing anything yet. That's brilliant. Right, here we go, Rooster. This one is for you. Thank you very much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Every time you get an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Prime account. You get that to anybody you want. You've got choices in life, but that's fantastic. You gave it to me, and I really appreciate it because that's totally free. And you don't. Rooster, I literally tripped over myself so bad there. I'm embarrassed to be human. I don't know myself anymore. We're going to do that again. And then we're actually going to start doing something because we've been streaming for like 10 minutes. I've not actually done anything yet. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Every time you get an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Twitch Prime account. You get that to anybody. It's a real subscription, but I can't see it as a real subscription anyway. You get absolutely no extra money. It's absolutely fantastic. You got choices in life. You gave it to somebody else and you gave it to me. I really appreciate that. Remember, just a manual thing. You can't do it automatically. Oh, that was a semi-nail. Mars, are you in the house? What did you give me on that one? What did you give me on that? Keegers? Are you trying to kill me, mate? Seriously? Global Rhino? Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much, Global. I really appreciate that. You Shawshank, Swamp Monkey, Carly, Zolexa, and Croana has got one. Absolutely brilliant. But Keegers gets another one now. 4 months, mate. 4 months, right? Here we go. Let's try it again. Thank you very much for giving me Amazon Prime account. Every time you get Amazon Prime account, you get free Prime account. You'd have thought I'd have been able to do it by now with a bit of practice, wouldn't you? Let's try again. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Every time you get Amazon Prime, you get a free Prime account. Every time you get a free Prime account, you get that to anybody you like, and you give it to me. You've got choices in life. That's absolutely fantastic, and I really appreciate it because it's a real sub for me. It don't cost you any extra money. Run out of breath. But remember, this is a manual thing. You can't do it automatically because that's to do manually. So remember to do it next month. And don't give it to anybody else. Give it to me. I actually run out of breath. Kingy, you're having a Steffi graph, mate. Seriously. I'm going to write it down so it's the same every time. We are all over it. We've already got a level 4 hype train. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. 2000 AD, thank you for the bits. Dead, thank you for the bits. Who else? L, thank you for the bit. L Rose, that is, not the other L. Voss, Kingy, thank you for all of those bits. That's absolutely fantastic. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Right, shall I see if I can actually work out what it is we're going to do? Because I've given myself a headache through lack of oxygen as a result of all of that. I'm dinging and donging, but nothing's coming up in the chat. I've got new subs and I don't know where they're coming from. It's all going Pete Tong. I think that's because of the Global Rhinos community. Thank you, GR. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, so today, what we are doing, 2000, thank you. What we are doing is, it is a build. I am currently, you can see, Mr. Morecambe, thank you so much. I am currently F1, man, F1. I am currently in creative, but we're not going to stay in creative for long. We are going to move into hard mode survival to actually physically do the build. But before we do anything, I want to just explain what it is we're going to do. This is not all going to happen in this one stream. And when you see the template of what I'm going to build, you'll understand why. We're going to do this over a number of streams to break up the Stream Loots card streams, because I think it's good to have a bit of a breather and away from the manic. And this can be a bit more chill, a bit more chatty, a bit more you asking me stuff, a bit more me trying to avoid the answers, that kind of thing quite often. Wet Willie, Player 1 and 2, Aaron Daslug, DJ Brooke, Red Sequana, and Trent James all get a sub courtesy of Wet Willie. Willie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's fantastic. Okay, so how is the sound for everybody? Is it working? Is it working? Hopefully it is all good. I'm going to explain what is going on right now. We're on a level 5. We're working towards level 5 as well now. Right, so I've done a template. Let me just pop this up here. This is my wall template. I'm just coming up in the air. So this is the ground that we're going to be playing with. This is kind of my floor, the floor that we're going to be rolling around. And what my objective for today, Voss, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. What I'm trying to achieve is maybe just the first little bit of this. Now, as I say, I'm going to be moving into survival and to build what I want to build. Yes, Emma, you've noted. We're going to be doing a bit of a castle. But I didn't want to spend 400 hours getting resources on stream, because that would be dull for everybody. So what I've done is I've created myself a little warehouse just over here where I've got, you know, various items in glowy item frames, because we are in Minecraft 1.17. I don't know if I mentioned that. We're in 1.17. You can see 21W10A snapshot. We're doing this. So if it goes glitchy, it's the snapshot's fault, and I'll blame Lime. But I've got some armor. I've got weapons. You know, we are good to go, I think. And I've got loads and loads of stuff here that I can tap into to be able to build with, and various bits and pieces, crafting table, and all those lovely stuffs. So that's the idea behind it. And what I thought I'd do is I'd get myself my stuff on. I will move from perpetual day to turning the day cycle back on again. Make sure we're up in hard mode, and then we are going for... Got jealous of Green and Pearl. Maybe I got jealous of Green and Pearl. Don't know what to tell you. So what I'm going to do first, let's go into survival first. Let's just get this stuff on. Get that stuff on first, so I'm fully upped on that. I'm going to get my sword. Wait, come on. Get out. Get out. Get out. Catch all of this stuff. Make sure it's in the correct positions, otherwise it will completely throw me. I'm going to take the spade, but I don't think I need the hoe. I'm going to take the hoe anyway, you know? I'm going to take the hoe anyway. And I'm also going to get myself some food. Where do I put the food? I get some food, and we'll stick that there as well. I've already got an inventory full of cobble right now. So what now we need to do, all those item frames, the mods, I've not let the mods anywhere near this. Frowning Fawn. Let me turn round. Frowning Thorn, thank you so much. 5 gift subs, which go out to, because I can't see now, because it's going all over. More Text Media, Nick Farmer, Fabernacle, Tanazg, and Mythical Vicky all get a sub courtesy of Frowning Fawn. Thank you so much, Frowning Fawn. You guys are amazing today. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. We're on 130%. Hang on, I've got to put my train up again. Put up the train. Put up the thing. I'm going to leave them there for a few secs, and then everybody's bored of them, so we're taking off as well. That's amazing. Thank you so much, people. Thank you very much indeed. But we're here to try and actually do something. You can see the sun is not moving in the sky, so we've got to fiddle around with our game rule. Do daylight cycle equals true. That sun should now start moving in the sky. Yes, it does. Let's pull up options, difficulty, hard mode. And we are now rolling, people. I'm in survival. We're in hard mode. The daylight cycle is moving. I just want to make sure I've set my spawn point, because that would be a disaster if I hadn't. Spawn point is reset. And I think it's time. It's time to start rolling this. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all of this support. We've not even started yet. That's so brilliant. I'm really, really grateful. Let's pop some of these into here. We'll keep that in the offhand. That as... No, we won't. We'll put that as spare. So what I want to do first... What the idea was with this is that I'm going to go around the outside because I want to build up this outside, the outside wall, because I don't want it to be just flat against the ground, because that would be quite boring. I want to try and get myself up so as it's on like a built up on some rocky face. So we're going to need to bring this up, I would imagine, at least 6 blocks, which is quite a lot of blocks, as you can probably imagine, going around this. Level 5 hype train. You guys are insane. Thank you. Get those emotes going. Get the emotes going. Come on, people. You've earned them. Really appreciate it. Right, so I'm going to come around and we're going to build and talk. So I'm just going to do this bit with cobble, because this bit is going to be completely invisible and hidden behind other stuff. It doesn't matter if I misplace blocks or anything. We're just going to keep placing and building. And I'm going to try to look at the screen whilst at the same time looking at the chat, which is always a bit of a challenge, isn't it? But we're going to get this up 6 high, and then I'm basically going to start to try and build out the outside and structure the outside a little bit. And then I don't know how far that's going to take us, but we are going to get through so much cobble, it is ridiculous. Have people been struggling? Sorry, I was too busy getting wowed by everybody. But if people are... It's buggy for a while, but it's all good now. Thank goodness for that. Thank you for letting me know. I may have bitten off more than I can chew here, people, but that's all right. I don't mind. British. We are British. We're all honorary Brits. If you come into my stream, you become an honorary Brit. Did you not know that? Right. Eon Sparkle, we're going to go for a little bit of castle action. Or I'm going to try to anyway. And we'll see if we can't make something that looks half decent by the end of X number of streams that we're going to slip in between the Stream streams. So at the moment, all I'm doing is just coming around. Zil, thank you so much for the subscription, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. But I suppose it's actually quite weird. I'm waiting for that noise where people basically tell me to go and eat my own face, and at the moment obviously that's not happening, so it's a bit alien to do that in a stream. I quite like it. Maybe I should just not do stream loots anymore. What do we reckon? Would that be fair? What do people think? BRWB, how you doing? Don't die too much, says ER. I'm going to try not to. However, no promises can be made at this time. Kingy loves Streamlets. I got to be honest, I really quite like Streamlets as well. It really adds something else. I don't know many other people. I know lots of other people do, but I'm not aware of many people in the Minecraft community that use them a lot. I might be one of the most prolific users. Christina Marie's growling. Don't growl, Christina, for goodness sake. It's all good. We love a little bit of Streamloots, and we especially love a little bit of Streamloots when you're in the room. You like the chaos. Blue Kingfisher likes the chaos. No pools of lava. No, it's all... Although having said that, there might be. There might be. I'm not entirely sure. Whilst I put tiny little bit of terraforming onto the world. Just to try and smooth out some of the edges. I've done very, very little. And I don't remember seeing any lava then at all. So I think we're probably all right. I can't. It's because I'm a bit like Sleeping Beauty here. I am. I'm like very. I'm very delicate. You know, like off of get this there. Like off of Sleeping Beauty. So it's very important that I don't prick my finger on anything. Very delicate, Kingy. What are you saying? What on earth are you suggesting, my friend? So once I've gone around this, we can start to try and just build out a little bit. Like a beautiful flower. Yes, exactly like a beautiful flower. And I appreciate you recognising that. You've never seen Sleeping Beauty. Mr. Morecambe? You're looking at him. Let's come up one more. So how far? We've not even got halfway round. Have you ever got those feelings where you thought, this was a really good idea, and then you realise that actually in reality what you might have done is cause yourself the potential for extreme pain? I'm sleep talking and sleep building. Well, I hope I'm not asleep. I hope you lot are not asleep anyway. You can't spell on this keyboard. Simon K.O. Oh, I'm sorry. That's funny. I hate when that happens, mate. I hate it. So what are people getting up to this week?
Watch out, we're being raided.
Chrysalia's in the house. Hey, Chrysalia, good to see ya. Bonsoir, comment ça va? Thank you for the raid, Chrysalia. Bringing in 22 people in chat, even though the bot thought otherwise. How are we all doing? Thank you very much. Very, very welcome, raiders. Have we had a good stream, Chrysalia? Comment tout à fait. What have you been up to, my friend? Were you doing some crazy big build like normal? I'm trying. Raiders, I am trying to do a big build. We're literally right at the start of it. Making spheres. You're always doing... You're all about the spheres, aren't you, Chrysalia? All about the spheres. Well, it is good to have you. Thank you so much for coming along. Really, really great to see you. And welcome, Raiders. You are always very, very welcome here. You're all about that, yes. I actually don't know what sphere is in French. That's bad. Not entirely sure. What is sphere in French, Chrysalia? And that way I can show off next time. I've got to think about which way I'm going now. Got to go out this way. Up one more. That can go there, that can go there. Only an accent on that sphere. Like that. Okay, let's keep going around. Okay. So, no, in all seriousness, have we got massive plans for the week? Have we got little teeny tiny plans for the week? What is going down? No, Simon K.O. No, I'm very English. If you look up English, seriously, mate. If you look up English in a dictionary, there's a picture of me waving back at you. I'm about as English as it gets. I just did French at school, and I remember silly things like that. Redacted, redacted, redacted. Voss, I hope so. I don't pay you nothing for nothing, you know. Kaz is playing Minecraft. What else are people doing? I'm just scrolling a little bit. My French is very good, bless you. Another computer. How did that last computer go, Mr. M? You were building a computer last time, weren't you? Did it work? English, noun, definition, see Avomance for details. Exactly. Exactly. Right like that. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to lose all of these if I'm not careful. 2, 3. This is the boring bit. So... keep working on your choreographed base. I tell you, I'm really pleased about choreograph. I'm just going to turn around and talk to you. I'm going to do this a lot. I'm going to turn around and talk to you quite a lot. Soph's driving. Oh, no. The only French you know is French fries and French toast. Yeah, strictly speaking, not from France, but we won't talk about that. So, what was I just saying? Every now and again, I'm just going to turn around and talk to you because that's how we work. You can't be waving at us from inside a dictionary. What, you think I am Harry Potter? Yeah. I'm a wizard. 1, 2, 3. Avomance. Kingy, are you advertising Avomance.com? That's very cheeky of you. There is a website of Avomance.com. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but there is indeed. Right, okay. I am a wizard, Zil. Bless you. 3, 4. I know I'm sort of going up a little bit. 3, 4. Once or twice says ER. Yep, you're not wrong. Yeah, we don't need those words here, Mel. Seriously. I'll recognise them. I'll have to ban you. We'll have to put a mute on you for 5 minutes. Right, so what is the big build? Okay, so this is, you know what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to slip into creative. I'm just going to show people what it is we're doing. I'm going to come straight back down. So this is the layout, the plan layout of the big build. I'm building up this wall because this is going to kind of effectively be underground, this wally bit, because I want to build up a rocky kind of base to it. So you have to kind of go up a rocky path to get to it. That's the idea. And hopefully it will work. It's going to be very much a castle. I've got some inspiration from a few what I believe to be real life castles. Why have I done that? Let's just pop those there. Some real life castles, and hopefully, whilst we're going to kind of maybe fantasy it up a little bit, it will be relatively realistic with the way the turrets all come together. That's the idea anyway. Up we go. And once I've got all the way around, then we can start building it up. So there's going to be a lot of cobble placement today, people. I'd make no apologies for it, because that's what I was going to say. Who in the room, who out of the people watching do like to do big builds? Now, this isn't big build like off of Trixie Blocks big build, because then to do that outside of creative and world edit would just be really stupid. I'm just going to have a slurp. There you go. Not any in particular necessary, Zeal. Kind of just a bit of a mix of a few, both real life and kind of fantasy style. Things like Camelot and that kind of thing, that kind of fantasy idea. But hopefully it will come out not looking too bad by the end of it. I've got no idea how many streams it's going to take, but we're going to crack on and get all the streams done. And if it works out, I'll release the world for download and everybody can come and have a goosey around it as well. It seems to lag when I go into third person. Should take a look at that after the stream. I'll bear that in mind, Simon. Thank you very much for letting me know. I appreciate it. I'm just going around the outside, though, at the moment. I'm trying to avoid insides. You never make big builds. Yeah, Elandros, you're not really one for big builds, are you? Honey of Ace likes big builds. People do like to do big builds every now and again. Now, often they throw into creative for that. And I thought, yeah, we could do this in creative. And I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be straight with you. If after about however many streams, like 10 streams, we're still not halfway, we might have to do a little bit of a creative stream just once to have a roll of it. But my plan is at this point to do it entirely in survival if we can. I'd like to stick by that if we can. But it comes down to you guys, really, what you guys want. At the end of the day, that's what matters. But it's this stage of a big build where, you know, you've just got a load of wool on the floor where you've kind of planned out a footprint and you're lobbing in dull looking blocks like cobblestone, and you're thinking, how on earth am I going to make this thing look any better than, you know, so it looks like something's just been dumped on the ground willy-nilly, because that's not what anybody wants, you see. So what I'm trying to achieve here is, at the end of this stream, probably nothing that looks remotely decent. That's going to be the problem. By the end of the stream, this is still going to look pants, but that's okay. Probably by the end of next stream, it will still probably look not amazing, but hopefully we can bring it together. And as a result, I'm fully expecting you guys to come along as well. Giant Mayan Temple, Global Rhino, that sounds so cool. I really, really want to do Hang Gardens of Babylon. I really fancy having a crack at that. Not in survival necessarily, but maybe. That would be so fun. I've got it in my head and I've not been able to shake it for ages. So I feel you on that big temple. Definitely. That would be so cool. And up there. It's good to see everybody coming in, though. I must admit, I was a little worried about this stream. I have to say, I thought, right, I'm not doing stream loots. We're just going to do some building and chatting and chilling and all that kind of stuff. And I thought I'm going to get about 4 people in, and that's going to include Dead, Ellen, Baravos, and me. So it won't be a lot. So thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate everybody's coming and having a little poke around. I'd love it if you stayed and threw in your ideas as to what you thought we could include in this, because whilst I've got a fairly decent idea in my head about how I want it to look, there is still definitely plenty of opportunities to add some of you guys' flair to it as well. Had to come along and see what we're building. Well, thank you, Julia. I really appreciate it. It's a little bit, turn around and talk to you a bit. It's a little bit, I've noticed, so there's a lot of people that I admire as builders out there, and the obvious ones would be Pearl, Grian, although Grian doesn't stream, he only makes the videos. Pearl pretty much streams block for block a lot of her big blocks, which is absolutely amazing. Gemini Tay, Gem's a superb builder, does a lot of streaming. People like Fwip, who spends most of his life streaming his builds. And I thought, you know what? These guys, what they do, they actually get their bits out and they say, boom, there's my bits on the table. I'm going to show you what I'm made of. And you can judge me for where I put these blocks. And, you know, I thought, you know what? Why not do that? I do consider myself a Minecraft builder, not necessarily that caliber, but, you know, why not? Why not give it a go? Maybe I am and I don't even know it. We'll have to try it. And the only way I'm going to know is if I literally sit on a chair in front of you all and do it. So that's the idea behind this one. That was the strategy. And it'll be fun. It'd be nice to spend a little bit more time with you all, rather than running around like a nutcase. This is the only thing you do on a Tuesday evening, Mr. Morecambe? Well, I appreciate that, my friend. Well, that's very kind of you, Miles. Very kind of you. Most of my builds, I appreciate like places like Avomance's survival, but a lot of my tutorial builds are obviously I do in creative. It's a lot easier to back up and take a larger view of what you're doing when you're in creative, which is why I thought it was quite important to do this one in survival, just to try, because some of the stuff you guys do in survival on the Avomance is just insane. And I can't expect you guys to do it if I can't be bothered to do it myself. So that's the theory anyway. Emric Gamer, thank you very much for the follow 6 minutes ago. I'm so sorry I missed you. I do apologise. Bobby Boy Jackso, thank you for the follow. It's really, really good to have you. I appreciate you coming along. Thank you very much indeed. Centre click is amazing, isn't it? Centre click is your friend. It works great in survival, but it's superb in creative. Does this mean I'm building up to a 24-hour live build-a-thon? Mal? No. That would be a no, I suspect. Right, so we've gone around 3-4 high. We've gone through more than half. Guinosaurus, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you. I think we need to come up a couple, probably 2 more, 3 more. Let's go round. So I'm just going to go around and do another lap and try not to misplace anything. You're working on me. Seriously, you have got 2 hopes of me doing a 24-hour build-a-thon. 2 hopes and one of them's Bob. What do you mean, 2-hour build-a-thon? What's this? This is going to be probably 2 and a bit hour build-a-thon by the time we've finished, I suspect. It'd be awesome. We'll be flying. If you centre click, you can't see how much you have left until it's almost gone. Yep, true that, Zil. And up 1. I really want this to be all one level as well, don't I? So let's get this out. Do I want that? Is that going to be high enough? That might be high enough, you know. Right, I'm just going to go and I'm going to just sleep because I'm trying to avoid mobs. Even though I didn't pick up my bow and arrow, did I? What am I, mad? I'm up. I'm up. You'd watch a 24-hour stream. You need your bumps, Red Love. Right, let's have that. Let's have that. Just check that we're working. There we go. That is all good. Oh, I might sleep in here actually. It's fairly safe, isn't it? Let's get our head down. It's very elegant. You did a 19-hour stream. It's Carla J. Reynolds. You did a 19-hour stream. Or you watched a 19-hour stream. No sleep. I'm not going to sleep every night. I just need to warm myself up to it. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you understand. So I can build up to the level of the blocks here, which is because that's fine because we know we're going to be building out in this direction anyway. So this isn't, you know, unnecessarily bad idea. Imagine the incoherent squeaky noises Ava would be make. What are you saying, Cole? Do I make incoherent? Do I need to start talking in my adult voice for you? Is that what you'd like? I'll start talking in my adult English voice for the remainder of the stream, and then you can all be really freaked out by the fact that I do it. How's about that, people? No, that just doesn't sound right to me. I'm sorry. I feel a little bit freaked out myself. Right, I can start eating. Please stop, said Landros. Why is... Right, okay, there we go. We've got a little bit of, don't we love these snapshots? Bit of lag on the eat, but that's okay. You're not a young person, Carla. I'm sure that's not true. Thank you for stopping, says Ia. I'm not going to... Every now and again, I'll just... I don't know, maybe I'll scare you by doing the voice, but I'm going to try not to. We'll try and be as chill and adult as we possibly can, because this isn't a stream for squeaks. This is not a squeak stream. Theoretically. There is still time. Because I am in hard mode. Not hardcore, that would be awful, wouldn't it? Can you imagine getting halfway through and it's hardcore? We're not in hard mode. We are in hard mode, and things are going to come along to try and kill me, I have no doubt. Isaiah Jarina 2009. Thank you very much for following, my friend. Thank you. It's really good to see you. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm going to try and get this all on the same level now. And then we can start building up. Terms of service, yeah. Good point. Well made. This cobble is going to run out. Look, I've got 4 left. How have I only got 4 left? Strange Gamer, thank you very much for the follow. We're going to use all of the cobble up in my inventory, literally just by going around the outside. Does anybody else come along with this? It's like, how is it you forget how much blocks it takes to do some of these size builds? Chrysali, is my age a known piece of data? My age is 1,428. That's how old I am. I'm 1,428. That came about off the back of, I think it was my 50,000 subscriber Q&A. Someone asked me how old I was, and that I said 2 years younger than that, because that was 2 years ago. Okay, we're back again. I think we're going to run out of blocks before we get around to the other side, people. I'm going to have to go and go into my secret stash. Oh, by the way, the rules of this survival, if I run out of blocks, I am allowed to go into creative to get more blocks. And then I have to go back into survival to place the blocks. I'm not allowed to place any blocks in creative. But I am allowed to gather them in creative, because I don't want you to have to just sit through me mining. Immortal. One hermit you watched use hundreds of stacks of terracotta. I can believe it. I can genuinely believe it. It's bonkers. It's this side. It's going to kill me, innit? Break out my diorite. Now, I haven't actually got any diorite, but you never know. I might actually use some in this build. I know. You did hear that correctly. I may use both diorite and granite from a texturing perspective on this build. It might just happen. Let me just get some food inside me. Come on, eat. There we go. Snapshot food lag is real. See, I have got some calcite though. I have got some calcite in my storage, and some tuff as well, which I suppose is a lighter block. So calcite and tuff are actually available to me, which is always nice. I'm going to run out. I'm going to run out. We're going to have to make a bolt for the storage stash as well, which is fine. That is not a problem. Who is this diorite user and what have we done with Avomance? Cole? There's all kinds of things. Things are weird, aren't they? Things are weird. Lockdown's made things strange. You can use diorite to texture the calcite. You know what? I'm going to put my neck out here. I'm going to turn around, switch again. I'm going to put my neck out here. With this, with the calcite coming in, diorite might actually start to look like it can be used in a way that makes a lot of sense in a build. Not as a feature block, but possibly as a texturing block in a calcite build. And the calcite itself also can be used for texturing in things like quartz and all that kind of stuff. So, slurp. I think there's actually potential. Am I using lockdown as an excuse for liking diorite? No, I'm using lockdown as an excuse for change happening. You buy that? If you buy that, you're easily sold to. Right, okay, and one more there so as I can climb up. We need to... Where's me? Oh, it's right down the other side, for goodness sake. Right, so let's go and get some more. Congratulations, S1. You've just... Lapis, is that good? I can't remember how I rated the ranks, but I think that's quite a lot of time watched. That's amazing. Appreciate it. I'm running and bouncing. I've got this inability to run without jumping. Does anybody else do that? I'm genuinely interested. Does anybody else have to jump whilst they're running? Because as a result of that, I've not got the Sprint 250 kilometers award in Legacy at the moment because I keep running. I've jumped, goodness only knows how long. I've jumped like a Googleplex meters, but I've not running up far enough yet. Right, so let's get some cobble out. Get a decent amount out, I reckon. I don't want to take all of it. I don't want to fill up my entire inventory because I might... Oh, I have anyway. Ignore yourself, man. You can't run any other way. It's the bunny hop. I know, isn't it weird? I just literally can't do it. Literally can't do it. I've got to run and jump at the same time. It's just silly. Is this all the same level? It all kind of needs to be... I know the ground isn't the same level, but everything else needs to be, otherwise it ain't going to work. Only if you're in a too high tunnel. Actually, fair sport there, Dead. Yeah, you get a lot more rapid then. The food testing videos. Yes, of course. I properly ran on that, didn't I? But there was a good reason for that. There was a good reason for that. I was trying to use up all of my saturation. And run and jumping is perfect for that. Right, so how are we done? Still got quite a way to go. And then I just want to start texturing up the ground. I probably would, if I'm going to use cobble to texture the ground first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along and put some dirt and other rock into it as well, just to try and make it a little bit more textures and interesting. And we'll see if we can't get that done. I reckon we'd definitely be able to. Definitely. It didn't work jumping in the end. No. Okay. That's going to be quite annoying, that lag from the snapshot, but that's all right. We'll live with it. I was thinking about doing it in 1.16 and I thought, you know what? Let's not. Let's do it in 1.17 snapshots. And every time there's a new snapshot, we'll upgrade and we'll go to the new snapshot. So maybe the next one, it will be in, I don't know, 21W12A or something like that. Ah, but I've got so many tortured Mars. So many torches. I am replete. I am replete with the torch. And I don't want to have to keep jumping off and on just to collect a single torch. It's quite repetitive, isn't it, this block placing? You can shift to reach 4 blocks down. 3, I find, actually. 3 blocks. 4 blocks. 4 blocks doesn't seem to work. Should we test that? Let's test that. I've always found it's 3. Yeah, 4 blocks doesn't work. 3 does though, which is why I'm doing it with 3. I'll tell you what, Miles, just for you. There you go. You're happy now. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. There we go. I'll be glad when I've done this bit. You have to target the side. Okay, that's worth knowing. Thank you for that. Hunter Drake 38. I saw you sneak in and follow there. Eagle-eyed Avo. Spotted you. Thank you very much for the follow, my friend. I appreciate it. So for the people that have just come into the stream, we are building what I hope eventually, after probably a number of streams, is going to look half decent. I hope. And probably by the end of the stream, will look like someone's vomited onto a nice plains area. But with a bit of luck, we'll be alright. You worried about creepers spawning? What, on the walls? Yeah, you're not kidding. I have a, oh, I've misplaced that one. I have a level of trepidation about creepers spawning on the walls, but I figured, you know what? You mean like that, don't you? See, that only placed 3, look. I missed, that's why. I'm gonna, you know, I'm just gonna lap it round like that. That's probably the best way, isn't it? There we go. Then I'm keeping everybody happy. You clapped your hands and made ER joke. Well, that's not very kind, Kingy. Poor ER. That poor woman has to put up with you. To be fair, you have to put up with her. So I guess it's, you know, 6 and 2 3s and all that. So, people, do we want to add torches on the walls? Is that what we're suggesting? Yeah, see, I give and I taketh away, yeah. That would be an awful lot quicker, wouldn't it, Captain? Yeah, I would normally, under normal circumstances, do that, but I've got my tongue firmly on the outside of my mouth, and as a result, I'm not thinking straight. Look, there you go. Job's a good one. Quite right too. Thank you. That'll place slabs. See, I don't want to place slabs because this isn't going to be the top of the wall. This is going to be... I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's place some torches around. Let's just place a few torches around the outside just to keep the green things at bay. Over placement of torches. Watch me as I fall off this one wide wall. I know we're overburdened with caps. You can never have too many captains. That's what I think anyway. Never have too many. Okay, so this is officially this is going to be like ground level, which means this area in here is going to be under the ground, and I've got some thoughts about how we're going to play with that as well. God, I'm like a parkour expert, aren't I? We know that's not true, but... Oh! He says, speak too soon. You forgot to... You know, it's always good to remind people about, you know, bovine feeding things. I'm delighted that I was able to assist you in your farmerage. That was total karma, wasn't it? Total karma, Kingy. Thank you for pointing it out, though. Right, let's come around one more. There we go. We're speeding away now, people. Build a nice home for pig and sheep. So, should I make this like, I don't know, Castle Pork or something like that? We definitely could. It's not quite Camelot, but we could go Castle Pork. This is going to be quite a deep old wall as well, isn't it, this side? That's alright, we don't mind. Have I run out of torches? I have in my off. Look at that. There we go. The Bacon Bastion. I like that, Ed. That's a cracker. Or a crackling, maybe. Hammerlot. I love Hammerlot. Hammerlot's genius. Monty Python might not like. You know what? I'll try not to let Terry Gilliam know. We'll struggle, obviously. Oh, that's one too high. There we go. How far away is that? All the concentration. I'm sure I should have been round already. Sausage stronghold. No, Mythical will end up coming and nicking it. And we can't have that. He can build his own. Okay. We're nearly there. Way too many torches. I'm going to have to harvest these torches back, aren't I? Okay, so the first thing I do, once we've got all this done, I'm not necessarily going to do all of the kind of the rockage bit at the same time, because I want to try and get a little bit of perspective on what it is I'm doing. And it's actually really difficult with a big build to get perspective, especially in survival, as a lot of you already know, as we've discussed. We're going to spend the rest of the stream making ham-fisted comments about castles. Still got plenty left. We're all right. You're not quite quiet tonight. Has everybody gone to sleep? Is cobblestone placement that bad, or are you all doing something else whilst I'm in the background? Oh, you swine. Oh, dear. It's just going to get worse and worse. You can tell, can't you? We found our level. And it works beautifully for us. You've all got tongue out and concentrate. I hope so. I hope you're all kind of it's a build along an Avo. It's soothing, Mars. Oh, I've been described as many things before, Mars, but never soothing. Let's stick another one there. So, is there? I guess we could kind of turn this into a bit of a daft chat. What do people want to chat about? Because literally what I'm doing, I'm going to eat something. What we're doing now is literally sticking blocks on top of other blocks. That is the objective of today's stream. Not entirely. I mean, we're going to do a little bit more than that, I would hope. But just sticking blocks on top of other blocks is what we seem to be doing. Is there life on Mars? Well, that really isn't the question right now. The better question would be, was there life on Mars? Actually, in reality. There is a TV series, yeah. We love Gene. AK in the house. How you doing, AK? Good to see you. Well, there's battery life. There is definitely battery life on Mars. Well, there's very, very strong scientific evidence of the previous existence of a reasonable amount of water on Mars. And that's not from the Mars rover finding that. That's from other stuff that they've known through, you know, infrared spectroscopy and other kinds of things such as that. And where there was water, there also looks like there's been some kind of erosion style formations across the planet, which implies moving water and ice. And as a result of that moving water and ice, there's actually a lot of opportunity for maybe only microscopic, but microorganisms to develop off the back of that. What they've not yet found, and hopefully the Mars rover will find a little bit of it, is some kind of protein. It's protein which is key. So they're looking for any evidence of pre-existing proteins and amino acids and things like that. And that would be pretty much bang on evidence of some kind of life as we would know it. But of course, it doesn't mean that there's, welcome to Avomance TED Talk, it doesn't mean that there isn't life as we don't know it. That's what's key. That's what's a big part of the ambiguity of looking for life across the universe, and maybe the fact that humans have a level of arrogance. Oh, there's a spider. I forgot I'm not in creative. I'm gonna have to kill him. I've just realised that I've got to kill stuff. Come on then. Although they're not going to be able to do too much to me because this sword has got all the points and everything on it. Let's have a little kip. You love an intelligent conversation with Avo. Oh, Kingy. It doesn't come out very often. But, you know, I've got a massive passion for science. Those of you that know, I am a science teacher. That's what I do. And prior to being a science teacher, I worked within the science industry. So it's kind of my jam a little bit. And I was a microbiologist. That was what I did. So as a result, I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to stuff like that. I do admit it. There we go. Right, so what I want to do, because I think this is this, hang on, I've just got to look. This should be the front. This should be the front. I just want to check that I'm not going mad though. Yeah, that's the front. So what we're going to do is we are going to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Has anybody watched a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson? Genuine question. I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's brilliant. He's like the coolest astrophysics there ever was. Proper cool astrophysicist is Neil deGrasse. And the way he brings science into the real world is quite inspiring, actually. I'd love to be able to do stuff like that. I'm going to have another slurp, excuse me. Dark Side Returns, you can ask me. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer. I am 1,426 years old. That's what I am. This isn't going to be the shape of the thing, by the way. I just want to let you know. But what I want to do is try and build some kind of sloping ting that comes out here. So I'm just going to, at the moment, I'm just going to build this out here because this is going to be the front of the castle. So this is going to be, what I'm trying to get is some kind of sweeping entrance that kind of comes down from this level, ideally without misplacing the blocks. And we're probably going to replace these blocks, I suspect. So it comes down from this level. Oh, Brian Cox, of course, Brian Cox. How could anybody forget Mr. Cox? He's awesome. And then we can sweep this down. We can sweep this down somehow. Maybe kind of along. Can I quite reach that? No, I can't. So let's just pop that there. Just going to pop that under there like that. And we'll do the same under here. And I'm just going to kind of step down across there, but without, if I come out that way, like that there. So once that comes out beyond those two circles, we can begin to, what I think I want to do, I want to sweep it slightly left first. Slightly left and then bring it back round right again. I think that's the objective. Let's do that. So that comes there. I'm concentrating. Carl Sagan. See, Carl Sagan is an interesting character. Now, he's got some great hypotheses, and a lot of current scientific thought is based upon stuff that he thought of first. But in reality, the progress he put into the scientific community versus a lot of other scientists is quite low. But he was very, very interested. The way he thought about science was what was inspiring about Carl Sagan. Let's put that there just to light that up. So let's bring this back down a little bit further this way, and then we'll swap it out back the other way. And then what we can do is we can start to make this look a little bit less like a cobblestone set of steps. Science communication is a skill of its own. Dead. I couldn't agree with you more, my friend. It's absolutely true. Right, so that's going to come down that way. Then it needs to come down and out. Let's put some light on the subject under here as well. This can come out. Actually, let's make it come out flat. I've changed my mind. Out flat there. And then that can come out left like that. That might work, mightn't it? Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke, definitely. Long time ago, though, Robert Hooke. Let's bring this out and around this way. And then we're going to end up back on the floor again now, aren't we? Let's just make sure we've got plenty of light in there. A little bit concerned that becomes a spawning platform. Okay, that can come around this way. And then once more this way. And it doesn't matter that that's like that, because let's just pop that there like that. Okay, so we've got kind of a relatively kind of sweeping position there. But what I'm going to need to do is we're now going to start to... I'm going to put some wood in it first. But, Mr. Morecambe, where would springs be without Hooke's law? That would be my question to you, sir. Oh no, don't do that. That was foolish. That can go in there. I want some... What wood should we use? Let's use... I'm going to use spruce. Let's just pop some of this back for now. Keep these. Right, okay. So what I need to do... What am I doing? Is it over here? I can't remember. I put crafting tables fairly essential to making and crafting stuff, Avomance. History of Thomas Edison, absolutely. The ultimate light bulb moment there from Thomas Edison. Let's get ourselves... See, planks and slabs potentially could work. Yeah, let's just... I'm gonna put some slabs down for now, with a view to potentially changing it up again further down the road. And I actually quite like the idea of potentially some exposed stone if we can make it work. But we'll carry on and see what happens, because we're going to need to build up the sides. So as let's just pop that like that. hang on a minute. There was no admission of love for diorite. There was no admission of love for diorite. There was just a statement that diorite could potentially be quite nice for use in occasional texturing with the new calcite block. Love for diorite was never mentioned. Don't you get me into trouble like that. That's not true. People are going to think they're watching someone else and go away. That would be terrible. Right, I've missed some stuff in. Tesla was a genius. I agree with that. Would be quite nice. That's what I said. Would be quite nice. Exactly. Would be quite nice. Nothing more than that. Mr. Morecambe, where's my band hammer? Martin Warner, you are very, very welcome. I almost missed it. I'm just had a quick. Hang on. Let me. That's terrible. Me looking at you that way. Now I can scroll through chat and you think I'm talking to you, and that's the clever thing. I like spruce. Yeah, it's good to see you, Martin. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you coming along. Welcome to the stream. A little bit more sedate. I think that's probably the right word. More sedate than your standard stream with me. Now, I appreciate people that this isn't going to work. I've just realised my mistake. Because, of course, if you do this with those, you're not going to be able to climb up, are you? And that won't do at all. You're still just jumping, aren't you? You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to do it. I am going to do it. We are going to waste blocks in survival. I'm going to bring these out like this. I'm going to place these here. And we're going to start to build out because I think this is too steep. This is going to be too steep. Don't you tell me that I know I love it, because you know I'll just deny it. No one needs it in their life. But occasionally, maybe it could have its uses. I will be not drawn further on such ludicrous ideas. Let's come out. One further there. This is a terrible, terrible waste of wood. I can't bring myself to do it. This is what comes of doing big builds in creative, is you just slap stuff in the way of other stuff. I must not. But this is going to allow me to get the sweep a little bit larger as well, isn't it? So let's come down one and then we'll come out two. You know I love AK. There are many things that I love in this world. Many, many, many things. I can't honestly say that diorite is amongst them. I just can't. It just doesn't work. Right, let's come out. Should we do it there? Yeah, let's have two at the same height there as well. That's going to be wasted, so let's get... I'm just flopping around like some kind of wet fish now. I am so missing out on chat. I'm just scrolling back. Have I missed anything? Did anybody ask me a question, by the way? As I did invite you to ask me questions, and then I didn't look as if there were any questions. I'm just scrolling through. Hang on. Let me just... So it looks like I'm talking to you again. Let me just scroll through. The stress of teaching in a COVID environment is what's sending me to go completely loopy. Okay, no questions that I've missed. Thank goodness for that. Oh, I did. Losing the plot. Let's get that out there. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. If I come there, come. Losing the plot. Hang on. I'm just having a bit of a think. What do you mean it's never your fault? Are Ashley, Kate and ER are just taking the blame for everything right there? Have they just admitted Gil? It's taken them long enough, isn't it? I think that's definitely a guilt admission I heard there. Why don't you use stairs? Because stairs would be too sharp and steep, Julie. I'm trying to get more of a long slope that I can then build upon. This is still very, very much kind of when an artist is drawing in pencil. This is kind of the pencil-y bit. I am, however, going to need to make it a little bit steeper soon. Otherwise, I'm going to end up at the storage room and not down on the floor yet. So that can come down there. I quite like the way you can use slabs to give a nice gradual slope. It works really well for my brain. Grand entrance staircasey thingy. Exactly, Julie. Exactly. It's a grand entrance staircasey thingy. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank goodness for you. Let's flatten it out again. Have I got any more? Yes, I do. This is conceptual cobble with occasional interruptions of conceptual spruce. Cole, you've hit the nail on the head. That is why. That is why you are the genius. You know exactly what's going on, my friend. Right, where did I come? Did I come out or did I go straight with that one? I came straight. Yeah, spiral staircases, Dark Halo, I completely agree with you. Spiral staircases are definitely perfect slab use. Perfect slab use. The ground keeps getting in my way, look. One more. Then we're nearly at ground level, people. We nearly made it. This just continues to come in this direction. Yep, that's that one there. That can come there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to the top and see how it looks. Build a Frank Lloyd Wright inspired building. That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? That would be quite interesting. I'm wasting my slabbage. Whoops. Have I done any more? Yep. You know what I might do? How close are... We're not that close. Let's get rid of that. I'm gonna flatten it out a little bit as we get to the bottom. Like that. And if I then bring this out to there. Will this work? Will this work, people? And we kind of almost... Right, so then we kind of got... I'm leaving that there like that for now. Actually, I just want to come up and have a look at it, see how it sweeps. None Mortal, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm building something rather than people trying to kill me. It makes a real change. How sweepy is that sweep? It's a little... I need to fill in those sharp edges over there and there. But all in all, I think that's about what we're looking for. I think. So now what we need to do, that's too sharp. So let's get rid of that. This is too sharp. So let's get rid of that. And I think that entrance will work. We need to get some let's just start to fill up these sides in with cobble as well. Just to bring ourselves a bit of an edge. Don't block yourself in though, mate, whatever you do. Because this is all going to be... Remember, this is not wall here. This is all rock here. In my vision of loveliness. With it kind of cut out with this steps, rather than the steps going along with the wall. It's kind of cut out, so I need to get on top of this and start to really build this up, because the walls are should theoretically get quite sharp. Whoa! Oh my goodness, that made me jump. Razor blocks, all razor blocks. We've got a prime sub. People, we've got a prime sub. I'm going to assume the position. I'm going to assume the position. Right, are we ready for the prime sub speech? Are we ready for the prime sub speech? Hang on. I shouldn't need to warm up. I've been talking for a blooming hour and 15 minutes. Here we go. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon. No, I'll tell you what, Razor, you deserve better than that. Thank you very much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. Every time you get a Twitch Prime account. No. Why am I getting so confused? I'm obviously out of practice. You guys need to sub with Prime more. Thank you very much for subscribing with Amazon Prime. I really appreciate it subscribing with Amazon Prime. And with Amazon Prime gives you a free Twitch Prime account. I'm going to drink. I'm going to drink. It's only water, but I'm going to drink. And you know what I might do? I'm going to drink, I'm going to sleep, and then we're doing the Prime, because then I'll be well rested. You're funny, Ia. You're funny. Okay, we're going to do this properly, because Razor, you deserve properly. Here we go. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Really appreciate that. You've got choices with Amazon Prime. You can give them to anybody, but you have to give them to me. You've got choice in life, and I really appreciate it. But remember, when you do Amazon Prime, you've got to do it manually, because you can't do it automatically. It's not an automatic thing. Thank you very much. That was 4.5 out of 10. But thank you very much, Razorback. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you. So what I'm trying to do here, people that are just come into the stream, of which there are a few I appreciate, I'm just trying to build up the sides of this a little bit, because I'm not going to leave it cobble, because that would be dull and horrible. But trying to build this up so as it's got some framework and structure. This is basically the skeleton. Think of this as the skeleton of the build. And then we're going to kind of build up in a gradient all the way up and across here. And then again on the other side. We do not need a good creeper explosion. That's just mean. Let's bring this back out. I'm gonna build this up on the top, I think, once we get across there. At the moment, it just needs to have the actual sides itself built up. If I pop that there like that, like that. I can get that out. That can go there. We can build that up to the side there like that. Okay. Okay, so now what we can do is, see, I don't know if... Can you see the vision, people? Can you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get this so this rock on the side, the level where the torches is more or less ground level, give or take. Give or take. Not necessarily absolutely ground level, but give or take where the level of the ground is going to be, which means I've got to build this area up a little bit more. Because I want it to be kind of a mixture between rocky and dirty and all that kind of stuff. So I think maybe what I need to do is work out where that's going to be. Maybe that's what I need to do. And texture that up a little bit. Maybe pop that there and that there. Bring that out. This is such a waste of cobble the way I'm doing this. But that's all right. And bring it down. So as it comes out and down. Like sort of to about there. And then this can kind of join it up there. Like that. That can come along. I'm going to be putting, as I say, other dirt, other rock. Texture it up a little bit nicer than this, because this is currently a little bit grubby, isn't it? Now, I know sometimes grubby is good. And I'm not talking about Mal. Just light this puppy up underneath here. I'm a little bit worried that we're going to get stuff spawning underneath here. So let's just get that lit. That's good. Spawn the torches. And if I can get the kind of entranceway done, at least then my eyes can move towards the other stuff. Would be a mini mob farm, you're not kidding. If I can get it out in this direction, that might, what do we think? Kind of this way. There. Yeah. It works in my head. Definitely works in my head so far. It's just a little bit of structure, isn't it? I'm going to need to put torch there and there. Coarse dirt. Yep, I've got loads of coarse dirt, Mars. I'm ready and prepared with the coarse dirt. You know I love me some coarse dirt. But I want it to be quite craggy, so we're going to be bringing in, you know, slabs and steps and all that kind of stuff as well. Just to give it some nice shape. Because at the minute it's not quite high enough here. You don't want to be able to walk across the rocks to get to the steps. The rocks should really be a barrier. Right, let's come across this other side and try and do something similar. Yeah, andesite. I love andesite. Actually, it is a good block to use in these instances. I agree with you completely, Muzz. I'm just going to come down like there, which means I need to make sure that I torch all this bit as well. And then if I don't want to have it too steppy though. The danger is it becomes really steppy and it just looks rubbish. And we're going to go and get some different blocks and we'll start to just texture it up. It's one of these things that has to look rubbish before it looks good, I hope. Otherwise we're in trouble. Yeah, that's exactly right. That is exactly right, Alandros. They're in your head. They're absolutely perfect. And then you start to convey them to a canvas. And it gets that little bit harder, doesn't it? And I agree. It's actually a really tricky thing to get the picture in your head onto something without building it like 4,000 times. I don't know about anybody else. I'm rubbish. I'm rubbish at planning things out first. And like, excuse me, and like actually doing it 4 or 5 times before I actually do it. Excuse me. That's what happens of breathing in the water you're trying to drink. So let's come out. I'm just literally going to step down with this one, I think. Oh, that water did go down the wrong arm. I'm so sorry for coughing at you. If that come there. Full on concentration mode engage. And also, a lot of people would do this in wool. I've got a bit of a problem with doing this sort of thing in wool. Outlines, like I did, absolutely, wool for the win. But this kind of thing in wool, not so much. Not so much. Come down. Once I've got this blocked off, I'm really keen to get some different textures other than cobble in here, just so we can start to physically see what it is we're doing, because I'm you know, you just get worried that you're going in the wrong direction sometimes. And you just have to take a second look about what you're doing. Don't want that one there though. Don't die. We're going to try not to die. Dying is not on the agenda for today. Let's bring this up again a little bit more. Okay. Just take a look from a distance a little bit. Right, okay. Now, people, can we start to see what I'm trying to do now? Hopefully, it's very, very early stages, but we can see we kind of got that snake-like stair going up to the top with the cobblestone kind of being the structure of the rockage on the side. And it's starting just in my head. It's just starting to look the way I'm kind of hope. Why did I press that? The way I would hope it would start to look. Just about. I've not got a lot left, have I? So what I now need to go and do is I need to get some different types of rock and some dirt. These are my dump barrels. So things like seeds, etc. I can just dump them in there. Why did I make a pressure plate? When did I even do that? What on earth? I didn't make a pressure plate. That's a lie. Let's get some more cobble in there. I also want... Let's get a couple of stacks of andesite. Some of that. Let's get some mossy stone bricks in as well, and some cracked stone. I'm not going to bring in the deep slate just yet. But we could lob some tuff in there, couldn't we? That might look quite nice. Why don't we do that? With the rock. And then, actually, not... What I'm going to do... I'm just going to pop this... Where's my coarse dirt? There's my coarse dirt. Let's take a couple of coarse dirts for now. And we'll see if we can't do something a little bit more interesting with this. With some solid blocks. And then we'll get... some steps and some slabs and things like that moving on it as well. So at the moment I'm just gonna splash. This is a bit Bob Ross, and I'm just literally going to put some happy little blocks all over here in random places just to break up the sharpness of this cobble. And you say it's already starting to loosen a little bit, which is quite nice. I like the fact that that's loosening. We like it loose. Just a little bit Bob Ross, Martin. A little bit Bob Ross. We can bring this out here as well. That can come there. Let's do some more on the other side too. That can go there. That can go there, definitely. Good, I can't jump over some of those already. Now think, where are these going to be best placed? Now, the slap it down method often works really, really well. Don't knock the slap it down method. Believe me, it's tried, tested, and shall forever be in my arsenal. But sometimes a little bit more thinking about where things are going to go can also be quite useful. So that andesite's there. What have I got here? Loads and loads of dirt. I can't remember. And loads of cobble. That's all right. I'm good. That andesite's okay. Let's get ourselves some actual normal stone as well. Can bring that out. There and there. Break up the cobble. I am so sorry to be... Chat, I've just realised I am literally paying you no heed. You are without heed. You are heedless. You are one's sons of heed. And this is not the way it should be. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to place blocks and look at chat, and I'm doing one of them averagely. And the other one even worse. Let's get these in. There and there. That can go down here. King of texture. Let's get that hole closed. We don't mind that that's open at the moment because we're going to close that up as well. We're starting to. Let's get some crackstone bricks in. I don't want it to become too steppy. And I also want to make sure that I give myself plenty of, give myself plenty of room to do other stuff as well. Because it would be dead easy to do too much and then you've got no room for steps and other blocks. There. We're going to have a step back moment in a minute. Someone needs to make a gif of Avo with Bob Ross hair. That would be quite funny, actually. I'd quite like that. I challenge someone to do that. That would be brilliant. Okay. That would be brilliant. So, as I said before, we're kind of pushing the texture along a little bit with these blocks. It's still, you can see if I take a step back, it's still quite flat, but not as flat as it was before. There's more cobble on that side than there is on the other side, but that's okay. Now what we can start to do, let's bring in some mossy stone, because there's going to be some mossy stone around this, but it's going to be more at the bottom than it is at the top. So we're going to get some mossy stone in the bottom and just taper it out so it doesn't have such a big presence as it goes up, but has a reasonable amount of presence at the bottom here. So there. Because obviously the moisture is going to be coming up from the bottom. Like that. But not so much as it overpowers the grey, because I want to keep that grey. Let's pop that there. Let's come along the other side. Why can't we get cracked mossy? I'm with you. Why can't we get cracked mossy? Cracked mossy would be such a nice block to have. I'd thoroughly appreciate cracked mossy. Let's pop that there. I think we could pop that there, and maybe one there. So we don't want to go up too high, as I mentioned, but it's all right to have the odd mossy block a little bit higher. Right, let's just take another step back and see what we've got. We've not nearly finished this, obviously. Okay, so we've got the sweep, but it's not differentiated sufficiently from the other cobblestone area. But I'm kind of holding my thumb up, like off of artists. Oh, should I eat something? That's probably a good idea, isn't it? Did I not get any normal bricks? Did I just get mossy ones? I did, didn't I? I only got normal bricks. Okay, that's fine. Let's get some coarse dirt just to interfere with the stone texture a little bit, because that is too harsh. It also break up some of the cobble, which is nice. I quite like that. But again, I don't want too much, but I want enough, if that makes sense. I'm going to be putting some normal dirt with some grass in here as well. So too much of the coarse dirt won't quite work. Let's get some in there as well. And there. Just take a quick. It's the old step back bit, isn't it? When you're in survival. Okay. If I couple that with normal dirt, we might be all right. Let's just take out some normal dirt, swap it with that, and see if we can't. This all needs to be normal dirt here. Oh, I forgot. Hang on. Game rule. Random tick speed equals 3. I upped the random tick speed a little bit because when I was doing terraforming to get the grass to grow. So don't want to do that anymore. That can be there. So, and also don't want to hide up all the blocks that we've got, which would be a bit of a shame too. But the texturing at the back here. That could be just some dirt there, couldn't it? Why don't we get some dirt going? We're going to add to this. I can just tell a lot of this stuff's going to get covered up. Definitely. Let's get the coarse dirt. Coarse dirt there. Could grab a lighter and go for a zoom. That's something we could potentially think about when we got a little bit moving a little bit further. I think I'm gonna avoid the elytra for now because I don't think what we'd see would be worth elytrage. But yeah, elytra might be a good way to get a little bit of an idea what's going on further down the road. Definitely. And yes, I know it is. I really wanted to get some. Just put some normal stone in there just to break that. No, I don't like that one. He can die. Okay. So I'm going to get myself... I think... No, you're not allowed in, Nelly. Let's just make myself a little... No, why am I doing that? I might as well just put it back in the... A tidy mind and all that. Let's pop that back in there. I want one of those at least. Where's my cracked? Where's my cracked? Is it all? Oh, it's in there. If I pop that cracked back in there. Did I not make any mossy cobble? I did not. That's okay. We can live without mossy cobble. Right, so if I'm... Let's take a little bit more of this. And have a sleep. Oh. Most sorted chests you've ever seen. Kingy, yeah. You'll never see it again either, mate. Did I ever think Minecraft would be this big? Well, when I started playing Minecraft in 2015, it was already pretty blooming big, frankly. There's some steps here. No, I'm going to make steps. I'm going to keep those steps for another time. It was already pretty big, to be honest. So as a result, I guess the answer is yes. I did expect it to be big because I thought it was always going to be... Why am I putting those in there? I thought it was always going to be that big. What am I... That can go there. Let's get some stone slabs. What do we want? I'd like to put some tuff in there as well. Some andesite. Let's get some andesite stairs. Let's see if we add a few of these bits as well. With all the mods, that's a really good question actually. I didn't think that all the mods would be quite so impressive. Pick up the blocks. Wouldn't be quite so impressive because at the moment all the mods are insane, and certainly a lot of the mods. What do we think about that, people? What do you think? That looks quite nice, doesn't it, with the tuff? I quite like that. I think overdoing it would be very easy to do though, so I think we need to be very cautious of the overdo. But that looks quite nice. That'll do for that one. But yeah, so with all the mods, possibly maybe not so much. Because the mods are just insane. The different things you can do modifying Minecraft now is just beyond anything anybody probably realised could happen. And that's amazing. That's the way it should be. Let's get some steps in now as well, because this is way too uniform, isn't it? Have I got any? Where's some slabbage? And there. Steps can come in. I think we're kind of getting to the point where I want to be. Kind of semi-justify myself. That can go there. That can go there. So you see, we're starting to get that shape now, or a little more anyway. because I don't want to cover up some of these lovely textures. That's the danger when you over texture stuff. You end up hiding all the textures that you've just placed, and that's not really what you're trying to achieve. That can go there like that. Let's pop that on top because that's the same texture. That's two cobbles together, so it don't matter. We can hide up the cobble. That's two the same. Starting to come together. Starting to come together. Let's pop that like that. Have that like that. Okay, so I'm not going to overdo this now. I don't want to finish this area today because it would be a bit silly, you know, coming in and trying to finish one bit when all we've got is a cobblestone wall on the other side, and that's not what we're trying to do. But what I did want to do is just try and introduce the vagaries of my warped mind. Let's try and get a little bit of structure and a minimal function on this. And I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. That can go there. That can definitely go there. That can go up there. These can come in. It's sort of coming together. I'm scratching my head again. Scratching my head again. But there's quite a lot we still need to do with that. You've already met the vagaries of my warped mind. Oh, Coldclough. If only you knew, my friend. If only you knew. John TB1, I'm so sorry I missed your follow. I hope you're still in. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Full on slurp there. Yeah, okay. I'm not too disappointed with that so far. So what I'm now going to do, I'm going to try and pull this out a little bit further. If we're taking this as kind of a steeper area. No, you know what I'm going to do? I've changed my mind. I think what I want to do is I want to bring up these two gate towers a little higher beyond the area of the beyond the area of the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom, but I'm just going to trace out the towers here. And I'm hoping I do it right. I don't think I have there actually. No, I haven't. Right. Okay, there we go. I thought it looked wrong. Right, so that's there. 3, 4, 5. Always go inside Avomance and then you won't go wrong. Inside 1. Inside 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll join that up there. Okay, so that's the outside of the tower. I've not done the inside, obviously. That is a bigger tower. We're not playing with that at the moment. Why is that not right? That shouldn't be there. Because that's the side of the other tower. Okay, it's all right. Panic. I got a little bit panicked then, people, but it's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use some of these different stone textures, maybe including the tuff as well, to bring out. Got normal stone there. What have I missed? So I've got stone, cracked stone bricks, some tuff, some cobble, mossy stone bricks, and some andesite. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to do the kind of mad rush around the edge that people do when they're doing different blocks in different textures to try and build this up a little bit. That can come out. Now I think what I'd like to do actually, let's start to let's gradient up these. So let's have it slightly darker at the bottom by using some of these tough blocks. Hadn't thought of this before. So having a higher percentage of the tough at the bottom than we would normally have in the rest of it. And incorporate some of that mossy cobble as well, just to keep that colour moving through. Because that's a darker colour. Leave a few gaps, but not too many. Is that over the... Yes, it is. Right. Pay attention, Mr. Morecambe. It does look a little bit blurry cobble. Actually, I really like that, Julie. That's a really nice description of it. It's like cobble that's been pixelated just a little bit. I wonder if that's where they got the texture from. Hang on, where's some cobble? Why don't you just place some down, you fool? You know what? I think it is. I think they've removed some of the texture dots, darkened up some others, and they've got that nice spot. I like that. You're not wrong. Let's get this here. That can be cobble. That can be cobble. And the one with the lights can be cobble as well. Yep. Right, so let's put some more tuff in first. But never on top of one of the other tuffs. Cosmic Scott, how you doing? Good to see you. I think put that there and that there. And another one there. Get a little bit more of this. And we'll bring in some lighter blocks the next level. As well. But I also need to bring in a little bit of cobble here. Otherwise the texturing would be too sharp. Right, okay, that can go there. And why not put two? Yeah, why not? Let's put some cracks in. Might as well. And pop that there. Okay, so we're starting to get some texture in. Doesn't look too bad. Put this. I'm putting mossy cobble. I need to get some mossy cobble. I think the mossy cobble is going to occur in patches as opposed to all over. He says, quickly, frantically trying to justify why he didn't make any mossy cobble, even though he did the rest of it. So let's get myself asleep. Last time I caught a stream, I asked you what stone you'd add to Minecraft. Now my question is, what type of wood, real or fictional? Ooh. What type of wood would I like to add to Minecraft? What a good question. Ooh, I'm going to have to think on it. I'm going to have to think just for a sec. Because we've got quite a lot of different types of woods we could be choosing from, haven't we? It's more, not so much the type of wood, but how would we bring in perhaps a different biome. So what I'd quite like to see is maybe some giant redwood or sequoia type of tree. Not necessarily because we want that tree, because we've got giant trees already with spruce and the jungle, but because wouldn't it be cool if we had like a giant redwood forest? I know you do, it's like a really rare biome, but what if we brought it out and had even more giant redwood? Or possibly cherry. Willow, Kingy. Oh my goodness, that's genius. Yes, willow. That would be cool because I tried to build willow trees and they're actually really hard. Willow would be a really, really clever one. You'd have to have a very specific type of block to allow the willow to weep properly. Redwood would be similar to a giant tiger, but I'd like the redwoods to have a wood type that was like a bit like we've got dark oak versus oak. The redwood would be like a darker version of the acacia, but obviously much taller. Now we've got much higher height on the world. We can afford those much taller giant trees. So things like sequoia would be, I think, would be really quite nice. But I like the idea of willow. That was a good shout, actually. Now this is a little bit random, but I'm bringing in some blank stone as well. Not too much, just a smidgen every now and again. There. With a little bit of cobble as well. Tuff can go there. Blank stone and that there. So again, I don't want it to be too... Crimson wood is more of a pinky wood, and the red would be more of a sharp red. Yeah, Squiddy, that's you're kind of in my mind there. Mahogany, what a lovely idea. Mahogany, I like that idea as well. Mahogany would be awesome, and it like takes loads more to be able to mine it out because it's that much harder. Mahogany is like proper hardwood. That's a really nice idea. I like that too. Poor old Lime, he's going to get an email off of me with all these things. He's so sick of me giving him ideas that you lot give me. Right, I'm going to start to... This is the last level where we're going to use a reasonable amount of the tuff and the mossy, I think. We need to start to bring it out a little bit with some lighter grey shades. Let's bring in some normal stone bricks as well. Okay, so mossy stone would naturally move into stone. I'm going to still use the odd tuff, but not so much anymore. Some cobble. Have I got andesite? Yeah. So we can start to use more andesite and stone here. Still get some cracked. Still have some cobble coming through. But pull more andesite and stone, because I think andesite and stone is going to be the real accent. The real accent. Tough slabs, I'm with you there, Dead. Kind of the real accent block for the entire build. That's the idea in my head. Anyway, we'll see if it actually works. That can go there, that there. Don't I mean Slicer? Yes, Chris, I mean Slicer. Did anybody catch Lime's stream? Was it yesterday or the day before? Was anybody actually watching it? It was so fun. It was so fun. I don't know if you've followed the story in Legacy, but they've basically, Lime has been engulfed, possessed, if you like, by the withering energy, or the voice behind the withering energy. So Lime's basically gone, and Slicer has come through, and he's basically a demon that's possessed Lime's body, kind of. It's not quite that simple. It's a bit more complex than that. And as the story unfolds, it'll become more obvious to you what we mean by the story unfolding. But he's taken on that character so beautifully. It was so funny. Like this vessel is moderately satisfied with the level of appreciation of the viewers, and then he got raided by Scar, a bit like an Egglord. Yes, Dead. He got raided by Scar, and he didn't, as you know, someone gets raided by. If I got raided by Good Times with Scar, I'd probably poo my pants. So he got raided by Good Times with Scar, and he kept an utterly straight face. He's got black lenses in, so you can't see anything of his eyes apart from the whites and this black blob in the middle of his eyes. And he said, "This robot is moderately happy." It's like, what? It was so funny. Watch what I think it's. Well, I saw it on a clip. It was so funny. And he hates doing it as well, which I think's also quite funny. But you know, I mean a little bit mean like that. Right, so let's bring these lighter blocks through. A little bit more cobble. You can see the light block. So you see we're just starting to diminish the darker blocks a little bit, but I don't want to lose them completely. Yeah, otherwise it's too sudden a stop, and it won't look quite right. Yeah, accidentally my left foot, I'm afraid. There's no way that was an accident. Put a little bit more of that in. Not a chance that was an accident. And you see, today they stole Logic's shulker. How rude. Just for the record, everybody, everyone in Legacy, we're really good, mate. We're really good mates. Python is coming back, Mama Blair. I was actually on the phone, on Discord, with Python yesterday, and he's really excited about coming back as well. It's not that he's just coming back cause he's genuinely excited about coming back, which is absolutely brilliant. I miss him on the server. He's a good guy. I got a lot of time for him. He's a lot of fun. He's so fun to record with as well because he's actually slightly insane. And he'd be the first one to admit it. Let's bring in a little bit more cracked. We are starting to... It's going to be quite tall, this, isn't it? A proper bitten off more than I can chew it. It'd be fun, though. Need to just edge that because that's going to be too light too suddenly. Cobble there. Crack there. Cobble there. And mossy there. So how many blocks have we come up? That's like 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I make that 5. Or is it 6? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 up. So we're nowhere near. We're nowhere near, people. Okay, so let's just keep going. I'm going to do almost no tough from now on. Oh, Clash of the Creators. Clash of the Creators on the 28th. On the 28th, Mama Blair. Look forward to that. It's going to be a really fun one as well. It's a little bit more focused. Us rambling around, vaguely killing things or collecting all of the achievements is not going to cut it anymore. Poppy's in it, Pearl's in it, Sausage isn't in it, Logic's in it, Lime's in it, Chim's in it. Python I don't think is doing it this, although he may still. Zloy and Vigo I think are doing it. It's going to be brilliant. But hang on, I've got to zoom in. But not only that, on the 28th, look out for something else really exciting on the 26th. In fact, I want A's in chat for the 26th. You don't know what yet, and you won't know for a couple of days. A's in chat for the 26th, because something on Friday the 26th that's happening that is going to blow your socks off. And yes, Kingy, it is redacted. I'm really looking forward to it. And one of the reasons I'm looking forward to it, hang on, let me get back here, is, you know, Clash of the Creators is X's baby, Zoomervoid's baby. Well, the thing that's happening on the 26th, do you know whose baby it is? Do you know whose baby it is? Go and have a wild stab in the dark as to whose baby the thing on the 26th is. I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. He's zoomed in right now. Oh, it's my baby. Yeah, we've been working on something that I really, really hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be an absolute blast. So do come along. Get it in your diaries now. 26th. Now, it's a normal stream day for me. It's a standard stream day, so you should have it in your diaries anyway. But it's going to be something else. Something very, very different. And oh my God, I hope it works. Voss, L... Seriously, I hope it works. Is it with the legates? Maybe, maybe not. You'll have to wait and see. I'll be doing an announcement on Twitter in the next couple of days. I just need to iron out a couple more details and we will be good to go. I'd go as far as to say we will be golden. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. Can anybody tell? I'm actually really, really excited. No pressure, El. No pressure. But it is all kind of hanging on you and Voss. Just saying. Just reducing the tough out now. And also, people. Also. How are you? Are you aware that we are now halfway, almost exactly through the sky block? Halfway. Halfway. This is me nodding. Halfway. So you still have plenty of time to come in and slap that Skyblock silly if you haven't started on it yet, by the way. It's really, really good fun. And mention the Skyblock, mention the redacted, mention the redacted, mention the other redacted. I think it's actually really, really important to give a massive holler to the mods. To the mod team that have been working on these redacted things. Kristen813, 30 minutes ago you followed me and I didn't see, and I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the follow. The old redacted products. Without the mods, without Elandros, without Boss, without Dead Machine, without Mao, without Thunder, without Cole, without all of these mods, these things would not be happening. And I'll tell you that for absolutely no money whatsoever. They wouldn't be happening. And I've never been more proud of a mod team than I am of my mod team. They are the best mod team in the world. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they're a liar, and send them right to me. Okay? That's the law. That's the law. 87 Conyo. Yes, I will be streaming Sunday the 28th on Clash of the Creators. Yes, I will. And I'm really looking forward to it. I love Clash of the Creators. It's such a funny time spent because I literally get carried. Literally get carried. Oh, hang on a minute, you. Go away. Should we just pick off some... Should we pick off some mobs? Just for giggles. There we go. They don't call me Katniss for nothing. Boom. Let's bring up a little bit more. Oi, Spid. Spid. I missed! The spider threw me. There we go. That's better. What did I do there? Oh, zombie's trying to come and have a go. It's no good you trying, mate. I'm trying to shoot your toes. I've missed. That's 2 in a row I missed. Boom. There you go. That got him. That got him. He's moving too quick. That got him. Is there anything going on? I don't want to fall over at the moment, do I? Is that a Heady Monster? We got an Eddie Munster down there. I do love shooting them in the head. Look, they're just flowing in. Look. Bang. Bang. This is meant to be a building thing. Zombies, don't come and try and get your way with me. No one wants that. Seriously, genuinely, no one wants that. That there. Interesting trivia, ref Katniss. They're invading. That's what they're doing. Who said Avo was even in the redacted project? What? I'm very much in the redacted project. I kind of ish. Sort of. Cheers, Akozel. Thank you for coming. Really, really good to see you. Look at them. They're just... It's like World War Z. With their mates. All over the place. Therabloxian guy, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm just shooting mobs at the moment, which isn't the objective of this stream, but we'll give it a go anyway. Oh, he stopped moving. I was tracking him. There we go. When she pulls back on the bow, she has her hand the wrong way round. Yes, she does. Actually, where did I read that? Where did I read that? I read that somewhere. That's cool trivia. That's awesome trivia. I like that level of trivia. That level of trivia is acceptable. Let's get that in there. Top up my stone a little bit. That stone. So we're going to bring... Whoa! Story only girl! Story only girl! Hello, my mate. Can we get a shout for Story? Thank you so much. 6 months subscription. You're off your head. Thank you so much. It's really, really good to see you. How's things? I'm bored of shooting stuff now. So try and bring in fewer mossy stuffs. Far fewer mossy stuffs, in fact. You're off your head. Yeah, no, that's what I said. See? You agree. I'm glad you agree. Gomp MC, thank you very, very much for that subscription. Second month subscription. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. That's awesome of you. Can I eat that zombie from here? Yes, I can. I need to get this lighter. It's too dark at the moment. The plan scares the bejesus out of me, Story. Seriously. It's a little bit off of frightening. But I think we'll be alright, because I'm not planning to finish it all in one day, because, you know, I'm not off of stupid. But hopefully we can get some good progress across, you know, a very few streams with a bit of luck. Me being daft enough to suggest to do it in survival was probably, well, not the mistake, but that's what's going to slow it down. But I think it actually makes it more realistic if I do it that way. So that's what we'll go. Don't just look at me like that. That's just rude. How many up have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so I'm about halfway. Yes, halfway. This is... yeah. Maybe we can carry on until it's daytime and have a fighting chance. Is that... Ha! That zombie. That zombie's holding the dead body of one of its colleagues. Get that there. That there. Don't even try it, Frowning Fawn. Don't even try it. Unless they're genuine. Oi, Eddie. Oh, see, Eddie monsters are harder to hit when they're on the run. The last thing I want to do is fall down an hole, innit? Because that would actually kill me. I don't want any more mossy. So let's bring more andesite in. More cobble in. And more stone in. Yeah, I think we'll keep these textures for now. Missed him. Do I know the story of Bolton Strid? I do not know the story of Bolton Strid. Share with me the story of Bolton Strid. I'm interested. They're all hiding under there, aren't they? You have a ship in the Solo movie. You have a ship in the Solo movie. I'm so confused by that statement. Gamers Hey, how you doing? Or Gamer Shay. Is it Gamer Shay or Gamers Hey? I really want to make sure that I say your name properly. It's really important to me. Let's get rid of Creeper. He can go. He's already gone. He's gone. I think we're safe. Is there anything else I want to shoot? Let's just fire an arrow randomly into the sky. Did I hit the donkey? No. That can go there. That can go there. River in the UK that's made it out alive because the current cut holes in the ground underneath. Gamer Shay. Thank you, Gamer Shay. I will absolutely try and do that. I'll try and get that in my head. Thank you very much indeed. Hi, Rabix. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for the follow, Crafting Forger. I like the way you've done your name there, Crafting Forger. Thank you very, very much for the follow, though. Appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm trying to build high on this, and this is going to take some time, but that's okay. Time is something that we're allowed to have because we're spending it together, and that's what makes life worthwhile. Has anybody got a vomit bucket? I mean it though, genuinely. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're nearly there. Cute, says Kingy. It's not cute, Kingy. It's not cute. That's the way. That's the way to think about your colleagues in life. I'm going to stop now because it's getting a little bit nauseating. But it's true. It's the ultimate do unto others. Needs my AD. Hello, mate. How are you? It needs significantly less diorite, AD, is what it needs. And the fact that it's got not a single block is testament to the fact it needs less diorite. I'm glad you could catch it, Rabiux. Thanks so much. You never had issues with height until you played Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Assassin's Creed does test that vertigo, doesn't it? Oh, my goodness. There has been high debate, AD, on the old diorite. I suggested that I may use it for light texturing amongst some other blocks, and all of a sudden I have been accused of being a diorite lover. And you know, there's no worse thing to say. Jay Dunn, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Good to see you, and welcome to the Nut House. And yes, I'm not kidding. Genuinely. That makes sense, Crafting Forger, actually. That is a sensible way of putting your name together. You know, rather than thinking, oh, I want to be a wizard and I want to be able to fly. Right, wizard. What's a wizard? A pyromancer. Pyromancer's a wizard. Mance. Mance must mean magic. Okay, something mance. What means flying? Aviation. Avomance. There you go. There's a name. Yeah, that's just a silly way. Silly way to build a name. But it happens. As if anybody would do it like that. That would just be daft. Cobble it up. I might have to go and get some more blocks, you know. ER, you called nothing. You called nothing. Nada. Zilch, zip. It's getting a lot lighter towards the top. And I'm less bothered about the blocks being together on top of each other now as well. Right, so if I look on the inside, that'll give me a feel for how the gradient is working on the outside. The real story is he loves avocados in his pants. Avo pants. Voss, I told you that in confidence. In confidence. I can't believe you've put that out there. Never be sorry for taking a phone call, Gamer Shay. See, I remembered your name. I'm not saying the P word, but that's what the P word people do. Surely we can get this tower done. Surely we can get this tower done. Surely to goodness. Planks. Are you calling everybody in chat planks, Dead? That's a bit mean. Playing Minecraft on Bedrock Edition on Survival Hard. What's your thoughts on the new sounds added to the Nether? I think they're scary. I think that the Nether has lost a lot of its scariness. Over, you know, people don't really worry about the Nether so much. I mean, I used to, seriously, I would rather fight a horde of creepers than go to the Nether previously. But now, I'll go through to the Nether with impunity. I'm not bothered. So if they can make it a little bit scarier, maybe even add some genuinely more scary mobs, I think that's no bad thing. It is meant to be hell, after all. And as a result, it needs to feel like hell when you're walking through it. I do love all the biomes, though. That was an amazing addition to the game. Very, very definitely. So, Avo, your pants turn brown sometimes because you have avocados rotting in your dress. Anyway, ask me one on sport. We're actually not far off, peeps. Vosh, you're in trouble, mate. People are listening to you. You're in a position of respect and authority. You start spreading avocado-based rumours. People are just going to jump onto them. Nether is a home for Zor. Ah! Well, it's funny you should say that, 2000 AD. Who knows who Zor is, first of all? Does anybody in the chat actually know who Zor is? Who was the first ever Olympic gold medal winner? That I don't know. Dead knows Zor. Avocados in the jungle. Avo's evil twin. I actually don't know who was the first ever Olympic gold medal winner. I don't know, Mal. Zor. Blue Kingfisher doesn't like Zor. Zor doesn't live in the Nether. Zor did live in the Nether. Zor spawned in the Nether when I spawned onto Avo's Journey, which is the first ever survival series that I've ever done. Right back in 2015 I started it, and Zor spawned in the Nether, but I didn't find out until episode 48 of that series. So if you want to go and watch it, feel free. There's a playlist on the channel, and it's quite fun. I was experimenting with roleplay, let's put it that way. And yes, Zor spawned into the Nether, and he was kind of the opposite of me, a little bit like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger in Friends. In Twins. I don't think they were either of them in Friends. Yeah, at the end of it, he tried to basically suck my power out of me using a contraption that he made. Gamer Shay, thank you for the follow. It says this minute. I thought you followed a few minutes ago. I'm getting well confused. But however, when he sucks the life out of me, it all went wrong because the Minecraft gods had given me a special potion. And as a result of that, I'm not going to tell you what happened next because that's spoilers. You're going to have to go and watch it. But he spawned in the Nether. He doesn't live in the Nether. So a little bit different. One truth I can definitely tell you about Zor is he's got a sore throat after a little while. I wonder if I could still do the voice. Avomance. I'm not sure I can. Avomance, your puny self is not going to be able to withstand my power. Yes, I think that was it. Was that something like that? I think it was something along those lines anyway. It wasn't, no, Blue Kingfisher, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, it was Zor. It was Zor. But I just do a really good impression. Are we done 14 yet? Surely we've done 14. Surely to goodness. How about that hermit? How about that hermit boy? James B. Connolly of Massachusetts. 1904. I think I knew 1904 were the first modern day Olympics, but I didn't know it was him. I'm running out of blocks, aren't I? Don't want those, don't want those, don't want those. Don't want those. Yep, we're going to finish this circuit and we're going to go and get some more blocks, I think. Because I think we are pretty much done with our block stock. Would you ever do a faction map kind of like Isles but full map? I'd give anything a go, to be honest. Global Rhino was slightly posher than me. No one's posher than me. I've got like the poshest voice on YouTube. What are you talking about? There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, so that's 12 high. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to fall down there. I'm going to take some damage. I'm going to sleep this fella. There we go. $2023. When I tell you, I didn't say you could sleep in 2023. 2030. Check the contract. Right, I need to climb myself back up to the top. Oh, except I didn't actually get more blocks. Mr. Beardstone, you snuck in. I never saw you sneak in. How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Can we get a holler for Mr. B? Right, let's grab some of this extra blockage. Andesite, andesite. Stone, stone. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop this back for now because I don't need it. That can go back in there as well. I'll keep the one. I definitely don't need the hoe. I didn't think I did. I don't know what I'm doing holding that around. Let's pop that back. And I think we'll take out another one of them as well. And we need a little more cobble. That'll do. I'm all right, Lunchbox. Thank you very much. I'm very, very well. Just need to get myself back onto my tower. They're quite big, these towers, but by standards of other towers, I suspect they won't be that big. Right, I don't want things hiding on those, under those, so let's just go up here. Kerika69, thank you very much for the follow. I saw you sneak in literally just then. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We are trying to build a tower that at the minute is extremely dull looking. But hopefully by the time we finish this tower, which I suspect will be in a different stream, it's going to look less dull looking because we're going to detail the bajubity out of it. And that is a real word. You can look it up. You can Google it. There we go. I am just checking Summit. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I was just seeing how much longer we've got left on the stream, and it is not long. So let's get this fella done. Right, so is it... Let's just take a look. So the tough and the mossy kind of comes up and it stops. So we've got a little bit of gradient there. This is gradient up okay, but I think I want it a little bit lighter still as we come up. And andesite it up. That can go there. Some cobble there. That can be stone. Andesite. No, it's not diorite time, Zil. For goodness sake. You're a naughty boy. What's up, AD? Take it easy, my mate. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh. Always, mate. You know it makes sense. Thanks for coming in, AD. It's good to see you, my friend. You will. Seriously. The diorite thing. Seriously. I tell you, if I started building in diorite, you wouldn't be able to cope with it, and you know it. You would not be able to cope. How many is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right, one more, people. One more row. One more row, and we are golden for what it was I wanted to do from a height perspective on this one. Not diorite birch. You're going to ruin my reputation as a creator and oak lover. You're all very naughty monkeys. Let's get this down there, that there. That can go there. I keep looking right and then realising that if I start moving forwards whilst looking right, I'm going to fall there, and that is going to be uncomfortable. Although, I'm going to be honest, look, feather falling 4, I ain't dying. I ain't dying by fall damage. And that ain't cheating, that's just clever use of magic. Birch logs, not the strip kind. No, I don't actually have a reputation at Landroth, but I like to kid myself into thinking that I've got a reputation because it makes me feel ever so marginally slightly better about myself. Right, let's... andesite. Okay, so that is 14. And with that, I need to get some andesite stairs. And I'm just going to come out there. There. And there. On 3 of the 4. I'm not going to do it on the 4th because that's going to become a different tower. It's going to be like a linked tower. So let's pull that all out. Oh, Mr. Morecambe, that is an utterly requited feeling. Thank you. I proper love you all too. You have no idea. I've done that wrong. Oh, no, I've not. No, I've not. That's the other side, isn't it? Of course, no, I've not. Don't panic. I thought I'd done it wrong for a minute. I was about to have to knock the entire tower down. Yeah. Like that was going to happen. Let's come out there. 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 And there. Okay, so I'm not going to do any more on that bit now. Have I got any? Unless I've got it. Oh, no, I've got some. I've got some. It's okay. I needed stone slabs, and I've got some. That's handy, Harry. Let's pop that there and there. That goes there and there. Yep. I just lean sideways. Do you ever lean out and actually literally actual lean out? How daft is that? Actual lean out with your body. I feel so silly. Not as silly as it is when I misplace blocks like that, though. That needs to be like that. And that needs to be like that. That's there, that's there. That's there and there. All the concentration. That has to be missed out because that's the side of something else. Yeah, I thought I had. I've done too many. Okay, I think that might be the puppy. Have I done too many there? No, because that's a step because it's andesite. Right, so let's get some lights up here so things don't try and kill me up here. Oh, timing! Everybody dance! That. Talk about timing, people. I literally didn't plan that at all. That's absolutely superb. Yes. I think we didn't do too bad. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's just go into creative and just see what we've done. Car Climate, thank you very, very much for the follow. Thank you. Right, so not that much really, is it? But I can start to see in my brain what it is that we are trying to do. At least it's starting to come together. All of that rock has got to come all the way around, or at least most of the way around a lot of that wall. That tower has now got about this right texture on it, but there's lots of detail to put into it, and not too bad. Not too bad for survival. Not too bad. Let's go back into survival mode. I'm quite happy with that, actually. Should I have a little sleep before we do whatever? Because you know what'll happen. Sleep. Go on, the sun's gone down. There you go. So that looks all right. I'm okay. It's still very, very in need of detail, and we'll add loads and loads of detail throughout the course of the streams. But I'm actually genuinely quite pleased and happy with that. So, what do we think? Is this something that you guys would like? Not full-time this, not full-time this at all, but something that you'd like just to break up those stream loot stairs. I just read Spare Dragon's comment as I was talking. Nice tower and stairs. Those stream loots cards, just break them up a little bit to give us all a bit of a breather and just to chill and chat and do that kind of thing. It is a change of pace, really, that I'm looking for. Exactly right. So hopefully that was something that that might work. But I'd be really, really interested in some feedback, and if you don't want to put feedback in the chat here, that's absolutely fine. Feed it back to me through DM, through the Discord or something like that. That would be really, really lovely. I'd be more than delighted to hear from you on that one. Right, so what are we going to do? Let's have a quick look. Oh, you know what? Should we raid Silent? Let's go and raid Silent Whisperer. I can't believe I've never raided Silent Whisperer. How is that possible? Right, we're going to go and raid Silent. Let's go and raid Silent Whisperer and say hello to him. Let's go and give him a real kind of Avomance welcome. It'd be great if everybody could come along. I'd really, really appreciate it. And hopefully, that will mean that won't be the next stream, but maybe we'll do Stream Loots Card Stream, one of these, Stream Loots Card Stream, one of these, that kind of thing. So let's crack on, go and say hello to Silent, and I've really, really enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming along. Hopefully I shall see you again. Next stream is going to be next Tuesday, and have a really, really good time, and I will see you next time. Take it easy now. Bye.
Coming June 2021, you can play Skyrim on a potato.